Alright, I am going to do a quick video on how to send a file to a phazer bar. First thing you need to do is go to the Star website and find the phazer page. So just click on that, found it. Let's go to Docs and Resources. You're going to make sure you download the software, so that's the first thing. There's a bunch of things on here, you can ignore most of it. Here is the full-blown software. It's going to allow you to modify the file as well as send the file to lighbar. That's more than we're going to get into today. So much simpler file right here. You're going to download this okay, so we're going to open it here. And what that's going to allow you to do is just program the bar. So I'm going to double click on the file once the WinZip window comes up. You got to make sure that you have WinZip installed or else it won't be able to unzip the zip file. It's a pretty common software. So then whatever antivirus or whatever you have on your computer are going to give you warnings. It's a safe file. So then you press next, then you press install, and that's done. I'm going to minimize that. Okay. So the other thing you need is a file. You need the file that's designed around your bar. So I can show you this file. This is the program. You don't need to know about this program, but I just want to show it to you so you know what I did here. The file will be sent to you by Star. You can email them, ask them for it, or you can create it yourself if you want to modify it from something else. So, alright, I'm going to go to my desktop, and this is the bar. Okay, so this is the bar that I'm sending over there, which important, needs to match the bar that you actually have that you're trying to modify. So there's the bar I'm trying to modify with the lens off. Okay, so close that or minimize it at least. Alright, so this is the program you need, Lightbar Programmer. Double click that. Alright, so very simple. Send to bar, retrieve from bar, browse. You're going to find the file. So this is the file that I created, sample. That's what I called it. Could be called whatever. The key is it's an NBT, so that's the extension name of the files that are associated with a phazer bar. So when you get the file, if you were to order the file or ask for the file from Star, it's probably going to come in a zip file. So just like we did with the program, you're going to need WinZip or another compatible piece of software that's going to unzip it, uncompress it. And the reason you compress it is one for size, but also a lot of email servers don't like EXEs, and they don't like some other files like NBTs or text files. They'll think that it's a spam or a virus or something. So that's the reason it's sent by zip. So I'm going to click on that. Oops, I clicked twice. And okay, so you can see here it's got the location and the file I'm trying to send. I'm going to overwrite the defaults, and I'm going to force factory defaults. Okay. So that's that. So that's ready to go. It says I'm connected because I already did the hardware connections, but I'll show you what you need to do to make that work. Okay. So USB cable from the CAN module. Plug that into any free USB port on your Windows-based PC. You're going to plug the other end into that jack right here on the CAN module. Now this CAN module doesn't have a housing around it, it's just the circuit, but it has all the same connections. Then there is the CAN cable here, 4-position connector with 3 wires in it. That's going to go, you're going to plug that right into that connection there. And then you're going to open up the top of your bar, unless you have a CAN bar, which you would already have the wire installed. And then you're going to find this connector right here, and you're going to plug the other end of that CAN cable right into that same connector. It's the only one that will mate with. And then another important part is that you need to have power on this bar. So if I press this button here, it's going to light up the bar. That just tells me, yeah, I got power on this bar. Otherwise it won't program. So next step, I am going to press send, and with any luck it will send. Okay, it says write successful. That means it sent the file I just created. Okay, so then Very important. I need to disconnect this CAN module because right now it thinks I'm trying to control the functions with a CAN wire, and if I have that plugged in, then none of my functions are going to work off of the standard 12-wire connector. Okay, so at this point we can try it. I don't know if there's much I can show here because it's, you know, this part custom to the way it was laid out, but depending on which functions I have here, it's going to do different stuff. So I've got this one, so it's flashing a couple light heads here. That's all going to depend on how you set up your bar. So that's pretty much it. I mean, at that point, it either worked or it didn't, and if it didn't, things to check, just make sure you have all your connections here. Make sure everything's connected. Make sure you have power on the bar, very important. Make sure everything's plugged in. I've seen issues, you know, with any piece of software. Sometimes you need to reboot your computer or unplug the USB cable. Sometimes things get jammed up in there. But generally it wouldn't happen for the first time. But just a troubleshooting step, pretty common with most things. So that's pretty much it.